Thanks, viewer, for joining me on my trip to Brighton, England. I was only there for a day, so I'm no expert, but here's my impressions. My name's Don. We traveled down from High Wycombe on the freeways, or motorways, and arrived about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. To be honest, Brighton looks like any other big British city. We stay with the daughter of a friend of mine, whose name is Anne. She's just graduated as a high school teacher and is teaching in Brighton. This is her rental flat, and we go in for a cup of coffee and look around. It's a lift up 4 or 5 stairs to the level. Let me introduce you to Anne. I met Anne for the first time when she came and stayed with me for about a month to assist me here in Perth, Western Australia. She was visiting from England, and she went on to teach for volunteer teach for maybe 2 years in Zimbabwe, and she's now back in England and thinking of migrating to Australia. She's only 2 blocks from the beach, and that's the scenery. We walked down to the beach, and this old 19th century map shows Brighton on the English Channel. Again a 19th century etching, but Brighton has not changed. A modern photos show the same sorts of buildings, or the same buildings. It's one of the #1 recreational resorts on the seaside for many British people during the summer. Anne's mum to the left is Andrea Parsons, now Andrea Crowther. Jonathan Crowther was a friend of mine in Australia when I first migrated there in 1976, and he married Andrea. Anne is one of the daughters from the first marriage. The seaside does look inviting, even in early July when we were there. We didn't actually go to the Brighton pier, but we can see why it's so attractive to many Englanders. There's 3 or 4 photographs strung together here. At the risk of boring you, here's what you see. This funny thing is at the end of Brighton Pier. We checked out the Royal Pavilion constructed by the future King, King George IV, although he wasn't king when he built it. He was inspired by the Turkish or Muslim design, and it's quite a remarkable structure. Seems to be all turrets, but I'll let you look and judge for yourself. I guess you've had enough. Enough, truly enough, we'll move on. A few sites of interest in Brighton. I am hungry. Time to dine out at Jackson Wharf. There's loads of restaurants and cafes. We could choose M.A. Potter's for a meal. The food's great, and we get a good view of the yacht club. Afterwards, we wander around and look at the shops. We don't buy anything, but some of the yachts are pretty impressive. Next, we decide to visit Brighton Museum. I'm sorry I didn't take many photos in the museum, and there's lots to see. Just a couple of photographs that I photographed. This one illustrates what inner London looks like. Or should I say, inner Brighton. This photograph illustrates early life on the beach. Thanks, viewer, for joining me, Dawn, for this very quick tour of Brighton. I'm no expert in 4 hours, but I hope I left you with a few impressions of my fleeting visit with my friends Andrea and Jonathan Crowther, Ann Parsons, my traveling companion Richard, and myself. Have a great day.